and you couldn't tell where you came from. Your fate was determined far in advance, and your only choice was to become the one who does for the one who won't. And you made your decision that day, and I thank you for the lessons in your point of view. You're the reason for who I am today. Well, you're in my wheelhouse now, under my command. In my wheelhouse now, and this ship ain't headed for land. Now I must decide where we go from here. Am I just a product of your petty little fears? When I make a choice, is it yours or mine? I can't even see the line, caught by the chains of my own design. Well, you're in my wheelhouse now, under my command. In my wheelhouse now, and this ship ain't headed for land.
Well, if you can't see the floor of the stage very well, we've got an array of foot percussion up here. And we like to keep busy. And keeping our feet busy is a good thing. And we found that adding a cowbell will make pretty much anything better. And we've done that. So Jordana is playing the cowbell for you all this evening, in addition to singing and in addition to playing the violin. And Michelle has got a foot tambourine right over there on the pedal. And that jingles in the car when we go over bumps. And it just adds a nice touch of ambiance for our drives. And there's also a bass drum here, and my chair is also a drum called a cajon. And that was just sort of a 2-for-1 deal that I could not resist. So we're going to showcase the foot percussion a little bit in this next number. This is an arrangement of ours of a tune that you might be familiar with. Sometimes we like to, when we make arrangements, we like to take the words out of songs and change a whole bunch of things. But, you know, it can be, it's kind of fun to deconstruct a song, you know, and see how sort of like when we made a arrangement of Norwegian Wood, to see how they put that together. That was kind of fascinating for us, you know. And we get together and we drink lots of tea, and we sit around, and that's how we write new songs and make arrangements. Just generally, it involves lots of snacks and tea, so that's just sort of all part of the creative process. It all fits in together. So this one, let your inner paisan out for this song, all right? You're gonna know it. It's by one of the Sinatras.
Gonna walk all over you. What? Have you no inner paisan? Come on! You keep lying when you are truthing, and you keep losing when you are not bet. You keep saying when you want to be a changer. Now when I write it right, but you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. Oh, one of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking! Well, you know, we draw our inspiration for the cover songs that we do from a lot of different places, and we do mainly play original music and love to write. And some of the inspiration for writing original music came from, for me, particularly from my dad, who's an awesome singer-songwriter himself, and now. Well, Michelle over here on the banjo/guitar, originally from Charlottesville, Virginia, and now a resident of Rochester, New York. And Maria over here on the cello, originally from New York, Brooklyn, they call it, and now living in Columbus, Ohio. And I was born in Canada, in Ontario. And my family moved to southern Indiana when I was a kid.
This makes her our favorite canoosier.
And my dad, he doesn't perform much anymore, but he did. He played out quite a bit when I was a kid. And apparently, he was performing at a festival called Summer Folk in Ontario when I was really little. So 2 years old, or maybe I was 3. It's probably better if I was 2. Because you see, my mom, I guess she let go of me for a moment. And apparently, I ran up onto the stage. And I told my dad and the audience that I had to pee. That was my first stage experience. I was hooked. So I knew someday I would grow up and, play my own folk songs. And in any case, when we started out as a band, having gone to classical music school and sort of just starting out writing original music, we knew we wanted to play original music. We just didn't have any. So we delved into my father's catalog. He's got tons of amazing songs. We started playing his music, and then sort of to honor the influence that he's had on us, we include a couple songs that he's written on every album that we make. So we're going to play one for you now that my dad wrote. This is on our most recent album. This is quite an old song of his, although it was just recorded for the first time on our album, but it could have been what he was playing that fateful day in Ontario. So here it is. This is called The Raid.
till all his music has died. Mrs. Bond is explaining to misunderstand why under misfortune holds her hand. Mistaken identity just got her every night right. He just is insane, Mr. says it's his right. Mr. Driver has mercy and he sends a life. Lila steps forward, this time she puts on her veil. She says, softly, sir, you must be confused. I waited forever, but it's never for you. And the wind of eternity fills the dead man's sail. Help me get back to the road again. I got no time to explain. Can't remember how I got here. Doesn't matter much now, anyway. Well, I spent the first few years of my life in a place called Manitoulin Island, Ontario. And during the time we lived there, my mom was the sole physician to the entire island. It's the largest freshwater island in North America. And there's a big Ojibwe population there. And the Ojibwe have a belief that your wisdom can be measured, at least in part, by the length of your hair. Making some of you kind of nervous. But my mom has very long hair, and I think it gave her a leg up going in there. That was combined, of course, with the fact that within the first week or so of being there, they brought a man into her in the emergency room and they said, I don't know what you can do for him, because he's dead. And she quickly recognized that he was, in fact, in diabetic shock. And she gave him a teaspoon of sugar, and he sat up on the table. So she established her credibility right from the start. And she was very beloved by the community there. And when we left, they gave us a whole slew of beautiful gifts, including a dream catcher that I had in my room, all grown up. But I took something else very important from them, which was the idea that my mother is, in fact, very wise. And this next song comes from some of the things that I have learned from her. Let me tell you a secret I've been keeping for a while. It's been weighing on me heavy. I've been carrying it for miles. Picked it up in Indiana from a woman with long hair. She'd been holding it for so long, done more than her share. Let me tell you what she told me, though it might be hard to hear. I would rather hurt your feelings than watch you live in fear. There's no reward for good behavior, and there's no such thing as fair. You can build the highest tower, there's no answers there. You'd better love the feeling of sweat upon your brow, 'cause that's the only proof you'll get we're even living now. It's been a long, cold winter, and you want me to say there's a light beyond the tunnel, there's an end to dark and gray. But don't wish away your time, because time is all we've got. God knows I don't blame you, we're cut from the same cloth. And I've wished away 100 days, and now I wish them back. And either way, things will change before you can react. There's no reward for good behavior, and there's no such thing as fair. You can build the highest tower, there's no answers there. You'd better love the feeling of sweat upon your brow, 'cause that's the only proof you'll get
we're even living now.
Sometimes people ask us what genre we are, and it can be a little bit of a tricky question. And I don't think this next song is gonna help matters much.
want to be a metal band from the 70s. Yeah? That's the beauty of this job. Well, apparently the world might end soon. So here's a very happy, upbeat song about the apocalypse. This is called Well, Hell. McDonald's stepped right on in, took over on the fly. And when we die, the third is real, we'll be selling fries. Now that's some motivation for a commie veg-head hippie. I'd rather try my luck with Francis down in Vatican City. The problem still remains, cause gluten is a threat. And before the holy process, those crackers all regret. The old book doesn't mention hell, so that's no help to me. I'm not looking for a door deal, I want a guarantee. Make your peace with Mother Nature, close your shutters tight tonight, cause the thunder's rolling closer and we're headed for the light. We took too long to figure out it wasn't all for us. Of course they said it's really not too late to adjust. I got some mind another way to dodge the worker line. Perhaps a magic potion or a bionic spine will get me through the final blast, and I'll be living still, floating around outer space, impossible to kill. Or maybe I can burrow so deep into the core that I don't even notice when humanity is gone. I'll bring a stash of wine, a fiddle and a book, and that'll keep me busy till it's time to take a look. Imagine what I'll find when I come up from the ground. Will there be new inhabitants living on this mound? Will I truly see the absence of all things, the corporeal of nothingness? Hear silence when I sing. Make your peace with Mother Nature, close your shutters tight tonight, cause the thunder's getting closer and we're headed for the light. We took too long to figure out it wasn't all for us. Of course they said it's really done, too late to adjust. I guess I'll take a different, though risky it may be. I'll choose to disregard and drink a cup of tea. Tomorrow if tomorrow comes, I will sing a song. When it's really truly over, I will say so long. Thank you so much. Well, thank you all for coming to see us here this evening. Our first time here at Steel City, Phoenixville. And big thank you to Eli on the sound. Can we have a round of applause for Eli, please? And thank you to David for having us at this beautiful place. You guys can find us online at harpethrising.com or on Facebook. We're going to be in Earlville, New York tomorrow. If you know anyone there, we'll be at the Earlville Opera House. And then on Saturday, we'll be in Yonkers. So if you know anybody out there, we would love it if you would send them our way. Check out our tour dates. We have a lot of them from here to Portugal and back again. So probably if you know people in places, we're going there. And we'd like to see them. So I'm going to leave you with a couple more original songs this evening. I am Eve, I am the reason you have no shelter here. I took away your comfort and I gifted you with fear. Sent you out into the cold, and though I was different then, these weren't growing pains. I would do it all again. I like this world we live in, though it's rough and it is flawed. It reminds me of my skin, sensitive and raw. And we gave up simple pleasures and I deprived us of our wings. But without a shield of armor we can feel so many things. Darkness, you wouldn't crave the light. You can call me what you want, and your words will if it's true. I accept them anyway, my deals are coming due. And I am willing to be painted in the colors of your choice. For I am Eve, I am the reason you even have a voice. 4 days more till we march upon the city. You have 4 more days to turn this train around. 4 days more till we knock upon your armored doors. 4 days more till we turn on to you. Many times we asked if you were really on our side. 3 days more till we march upon the city. You have 3 more days to turn this train around. 3 days more till we knock upon your armored doors. 3 days more till we tread onto your hallowed ground. And while the answers never came, and all the days grew dark and cold, all we sank even further toward what we feared the most. We let you keep on dancing, we let you keep it all. We let you keep our Constitution hanging on your wall. 2 days more till we march upon the city. You have 2 more days to turn this train around. 2 days more till we knock upon your rubber door. 2 days more till we tread onto your hallowed ground. We won't come bearing weapons, we won't break down the walls, but within your sacred houses you will hear our battle calls. We will stand and shout our meaning, we will sing all through the night. We will wait outside your fences till you're gone and out of sight. 1 day more till we march upon the city. You have 1 more day to turn this train around. 1 day more till we knock upon your armored doors. 1 day more till we tread onto your hallowed ground. 1 day more till we march upon the city. You have 1 more day to turn this train around. 1 day more till we knock upon your armored doors. 1 day more till we tread onto your hallowed ground. Thank you so much. we call our music chamber folk. And the chamber music aspect of it, I think, is pretty obvious. And our folk influences are many, but one of the important parts of folk music is the idea of the oral tradition of songs being passed on from one person to the next without written music. And this song definitely falls very squarely into that category. Pete Seeger learned it from his uncle. And Pete Seeger learned it from Leadbelly, and Leadbelly learned it from his uncle. We learned it from YouTube. It's the modern folk tradition, and we're carrying it on.